who's tuning in with us. And so with that, we are going to look into the different weather in all those 5 states, because I guarantee you it is very different. I know that it's almost winter. It's still considered fall right now, but almost winter in most parts of mountain states. Let's start off with Las Vegas, because that's where we are, and that's central to the region of Nevada for mountain states. In Las Vegas, it is 61 degrees, okay, and it's very cloudy right now, so a little bit gloomy, but that's actually like cold for Vegas already. In the fall, it's nice to enjoy that kind of weather change. When we go over to Phoenix, perfect weather in Phoenix right now, 71 degrees. You know, this is the perfect weather to actually be out and about and play and do outdoor activities. Let's move on to Albuquerque, New Mexico. Albuquerque, it has gotten a little colder at 58 degrees. Okay, not quite freezing, but it's also not an outside type of weather. You know, 58 can be very cold. Salt Lake City, okay, now we're going to the lower temperature ones here. Salt Lake City is at 44 degrees right now and cloudy. Okay, so that's cold. Okay, and I know that winter can start early or it can start late, but this is definitely the week when ski resorts are opening up. So I'm sure that there are a lot of snow on the mountain at the moment. And lastly, Colorado. Okay, well, we're just taking the capitals for now. Denver is 31 degrees, brothers and sisters, 31 degrees. And 31 degrees is freezing temperature already, because freezing temperature is what, at 39 degrees, right? So that means that it says cloudy, no, mostly sunny, but maybe there's a storm coming, or maybe a storm just passed by. Definitely very cold, and not just sweater weather, but winter coat type of weather out there in Denver. So to our brethren in Denver, I hope you are staying cozy there, because you win the prize for being the coldest state right now here in the District of Mountain States. And why did we talk about weather like this so much? It's because our topic for today is cold days, cozy ways, and it is a winter preparedness topic, because here in the District of Mountain States, we experience extreme type of weather. We get the very hot summers and also the very cold winters. So this is the time to prepare everyone, especially our different brethren from the mountain states, to prepare them for winter, because winter's coming and it's definitely getting colder. Joining us on this topic today is Sister Ina, who's enjoying some mild weather in Las Vegas at the moment. So Sister Ina, good afternoon.
Yes, Ate Macy, good afternoon and good morning. Good evening also to those who are joining with us from different parts of this world. And right now, as you can see, it's a little bit cloudy, gloomy, but the sun is still set, as you can see right there. And we can enjoy still the weather as long as you have your coat, your jackets with you whenever you go outside, because of course during this cold season, during this cold weather, we can get different kinds of sicknesses like flu, cough, cold. So make sure you guys are bundled up whenever you go outside. And at the same time, please do not forget to have some cup of tea or maybe coffee, so that you can warm up yourself during these winter weather. And as you can see, yes, it is still bright and sunny. There's still a little bit of sun, but later on, maybe after 2 hours, it will set. So please enjoy your
It gets
day.
darker early now, because
Yes.
also, again, we're transitioning into winter. So over here in the Nevada region, around 4:30 is when it starts to get dark, which completely throws us off, because you think that 4:30 is still early, but it feels
Yes, at the
already, right? So as you can see, Sister Ina's outside. There's definitely the sun, but she couldn't go out anymore without her jacket, because we are in the winter time here in Mountain States as well. How about for our brethren in the other parts of Mountain States, Utah, Colorado? Please, drop in on the chat how you are doing right now, how you are preparing for winter, whether it comes to your home, to your car, to your general health, and to everything else that you need to prepare for the cold weather and for the ice. If you could remember, in October, we actually discussed keeping ourselves healthy in these upcoming cold weather. And I think, that was very timely. It prepared us for the flu season. But now, we are trying to really look into preparing the totality of our lifestyle when it comes to winter. Cold weather is easier to handle when you create warmth and comfort around you, maybe layering soft clothes, sipping hot drinks, and filling your space with gentle lighting, cozy scents, warm textures, and of course, changing our routine and ensuring that we are safe in our day-to-day lives. That includes our homes, our cars, and everything in between. Make sure that they are ready to meet with not just the cold weather, but for some states in the District of Mountain States, the snow and the ice. So I hope you join us today as we discuss this a little bit more. For now, I am going to first acknowledge our team live chat for today. I know we have a few viewers already online, Sister Ina, so go ahead and please read their greetings and let us know who's watching us right now.
Oh, sorry. Yes, at Macy, we have here watching from Summerlin. Says happy watching, brethren, from brother J. Angelo Agustin. Oh, Ka J, that's you pala. Hello pa. And then we also have Sister Rowena Basico. Hello, everyone, watching from Philippines. And she also says hello po, Ka Eduardo. Thanks and praise be to God. And we also have, of course, brother Mario Oka, our avid viewers and listener. Good morning here in the Philippines and enjoy watching here in INCRadio Mt States. Greetings from local of Brixtonville, district of Caloocan North. Hopefully, everyone is safe and enjoying your morning there, but in the Philippines. And we also have, of course, our brother Anthony Arongay. Hello, everyone from Arongay's in Salt Lake City. Yep, cold but in, but we need more snow for our season. Yes, in Salt Lake or in Utah, that's one of their living. I mean, they needed snow for the business. And we also have Sister Ren from Las Vegas. Hello, po, Sister Ren. We also have Sister Janet Salvador. Warmest hello, po, dear brethren, from the Philippines. There you go. Thank you so much for joining with us today.
All
At the
right. Thank you, Sister Ina, and thank you to our team live chat for viewing right now. Let's also check in with what activities happen in the District of Mountain States for this entire week. So let's go ahead with What's Up, Mountain States.
What's Up, Mountain States?
All right. In the District of Mountain States for this week, we are starting off with the local of Las Vegas, Nevada, as they conducted their CFO movie night. So this is a Christian family organization. Baklod Kadiwa Binhi and CWS gathered together in the function hall to watch one of the cebsi films that is truly inspiring. And all of our brethren, all ages, were able to enjoy this. The movie's Kagiting and Ningas, Kagitingan, right? And they were able to learn so much from this. Popcorn was served, all various types of snacks and refreshments. We also see some brethren watching it from the comforts of their homes too, in the different regions in the District of Mountain States. Locals came together to watch the cebsi film Ninas Kagitingan. And so these are just photos from the locals of Las Vegas and South Las Vegas who held their own movie night. So thank you to the CFO organization for putting this together and for gathering the brethren together. And a very exciting activity happened just this past weekend. It's the Scan Endurance Challenge. So the Scan members in the Nevada region held a Scan Endurance Challenge activity to test their stamina, mental, and physical resilience through various team-based physical contests such as relay races, tug of war, and many more. So you can see them there. There's very many different activities that they put together, which will test your physical fitness. It's very important for our scan members to be healthy and agile and be physically strong, so they did all these various endurance challenges. I believe this is the second or third year that they've done it. The last year I was actually there. I didn't participate, but I saw how they played, and it was very, very good and very well. We have, of course, our CMDPS. Our health professionals are also always there on site to ensure that everyone is healthy and safe. So those were the SCAN officers and members here in the District of Mountain States for the SCAN Endurance Challenge. Thank you to our district officers for all these wonderful activities that you put together for our brethren. We are going to go on a quick station break, and when we return, we are going to do some just quick MTS challenge and test the knowledge of our Sister Ina and also of our team live chat on different things regarding the winter season. So please stay tuned to INCRadio Mt States.
You are listening to Iglesia ni Cristo Radio, the voice of truth.
We've seen the aspiring choirs from North Luzon. Now it's time to witness choirs from Mega Manila and South Luzon for a chance to be among the finalists of Isang Tinig, Isang Himig, the INCRadio Choral Competition Season 2. This Sunday, November 30, 1 to 2 p.m. on INCRadio.
And we are back. You are tuned into INCRadio Mt States. Thank you for the promo, Kritek. But as a car member, I also get excited about shows that feature the different choir members in the Church of Christ. So that is, hopefully you also stay tuned to those various shows here on INCRadio Mt States. All right, so we're talking about winter preparedness here, cozy days, cold days, and cozy ways of being able to battle or face winter season. Okay, so here's our first question, and hopefully whoever is joining us online right now can give some answers if you know the answer. Okay, so when it's winter time for a lot of our states here in the district, we switch from using the air condition to the heater, right? So according to the U.S. Department of Energy, what is the ideal winter heater temperature inside our homes? Okay, we can do this in Fahrenheit. We can do this in degrees in Celsius for our brethren in the Philippines or in Asia, if you want to participate. So again, the question is, according to the U.S. Department of Energy, what is the ideal winter heater temperature in our homes? Okay, I didn't know this until today because I definitely got it wrong. And I've been setting my heater, I think, a little too warm. That's why I'm not comfortable. So let's see. Let's see if you get this. Sister Ina, do we have any answers?
That is very exciting, because as of now, I'm keep on changing it up and down. It depends on um the temperature of outside, but I believe it's 72, because that's what my temperature is right now, Fahrenheit.
72. Okay, we'll take
Yes.
any other answers out there.
We also have brother Alexa. Actually, hello po from for brother Alexa from local of California. I mean, from California. Thank you for tuning in. Um, he says they're in their location, actually 67 degrees Fahrenheit, but he hasn't messaged yet about his answer. But brother June Aguinaldo says 72 degrees. Brother Kevin says 75 degrees. These are on Fahrenheit. Sister Shanella Agustin says 73. So let's see what's. Oh, Brother Anthony says 75 with the question marks.
I guess we can tell from these temperature choices, like which of our brethren like the colder side of things, and then those that want the warmer side of things. I also thought at 72 because that's how I set my my temperature, my thermostat, and I feel like it's comfortable. But
Yes.
according to the US Department of Energy, okay, the ideal winter heater is around 68 degrees.
Oh,
Cold.
68 degrees.
It says 68 degrees when you are home and awake. And take this when you're sleeping. They said that they recommend that you can use a lower setting of 60 to 65. I think I'm going to freeze
Wow.
you at 60
Well,
to 65 degrees.
actually, at the Macy, I'm thinking of it also probably depends on how many people you have in the house. If it's too many people, maybe that 68, 67, or 69 will be perfect temperature. But as of now, if it's just me, my husband, and my daughter, 72 is the cozy, temperature for me.
Correct. And also, it also depends on the people. That there are probably people who are more into the colder temperature and they
Yes.
wouldn't mind that. But for some, our immune system sometimes depends on the temperature. So we might get sick if we make it too low. So at the end of the day, this is, a recommendation from the US Department of Energy, but at the end of the day, it has to be what works for you. But there's
Yes.
one very important thing here that we should remember. Sometimes when we leave the house, maybe we go on vacation. Right
Mhm.
now, it's almost vacation mode, that we tend to try to save energy and lower the temperature of the heater. Just make sure that it doesn't go below 60. I believe it has to be between 60 and 67 because the pipes can freeze.
Will freeze. Yes, that's correct.
Utah, in places like Utah and Colorado. So here are some more tips from the US Department of Energy. Use a programmable thermostat. Okay, so these thermostats can automatically adjust the temperature for you, so you can preset them. Consider your home's insulation. A lot of the new homes now, not just in Nevada, but I know that in other states too, brand new homes, they already put insulation. Insulation comes within the wall so that it helps you in the summer, helps you in the winter as well. And be mindful of health needs. Maintain indoor temperatures at or above 68%. There you go. It says at or above 68% to protect the very young, the elderly, or individuals with health problems. So basically it says here, if you have young kids or elderly or people that are vulnerable to sickness, then make sure that your temperature is always above 68 degrees. Your thermostat is always above 68 degrees in the house. Otherwise, it might not be very good for them. Okay, so here's our next question. Okay, next one. What do you call that thin layer of transparent ice that covers a road surface and is a danger to our drivers, commuters, travelers in our winter states? Again, what do you call that thin layer of transparent ice that covers a road surface at or below freezing temperatures, and it causes various accidents? This is something that we get scared about when winter comes. Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
What answers.
At the Macy, I think those are from Colorado, Salt Lake City, or Utah. Will have a better answer or guess, because every day during the winter time they get those kind of experiences with that kind of clear thin thing, okay, that you're talking about. But we have an answer here po, from our brethren. Brother Anthony Arongay says black ice from Salt Lake City, and Brother June Aguinaldo says also black ice. Sister Lisa Docena Halopa says black ice. Also joining with us, Brother Kevin Thunderstorm, also with us. Hello po from Salt Lake City, Las Vegas, Nevada, says also black ice. And I also agree with that at the Macy, since I had an accident back then when I was in Salt Lake walking down the street and slipped and got my I got cut. So but Yes.
Well, thank you to our brethren who answered, because that is correct. I think Brother Anthony's in Salt Lake City, so he definitely knows what we're talking about here. Brother June Aguinaldo's in Gilbert, Arizona. We don't really see black ice there, but I'm sure he had some experiences in other places. Sister Lisa's also in Arizona. She got the answer correct. And Brother Kevin in Las Vegas, black ice. Do we get black? Maybe in the parts of like Mount Charleston and stuff, we get some black ice
Right.
that that can occur, but definitely not in the city where we live anymore. Okay, so what causes this black ice? You know, this can form when a road is wet and then temperatures drop below freezing, causing the water to freeze before it can evaporate. So for our homes, you know, black ice can easily develop on the driveway or in your on the driveway or in the front yard if it's concrete. Be very careful with these, brothers and sisters. I remember last year winters here in Las Vegas, they turned to freezing temperatures around mid-February or January, if I'm not mistaken. And so it was definitely below the freezing temperature. And my mom likes to water her roses in the front yard. So she started watering. And then seconds later, I slipped in their front yard, which is tiles and concrete. It's because that water immediately froze and turned into black ice. You don't really see it. It's like nothing. That's what makes black ice very dangerous, because it looks like there's nothing, but it's actually frozen and slippery. And on the roads of Utah and Colorado, you might see these you might experience this every once in a while, so please always practice safe driving. Here are the locations, brethren, where black ice is more common, so we can be more careful when we are passing through these places. Number one is bridges and overpasses. Cold air can flow under these elevated surfaces, causing the pavement to cool and freeze and more quickly than the ground below. And shaded areas that don't receive direct sunlight, maybe under the trees, under some pergolas in your garden, then it can get slippery and icy. And black ice is also more common early morning and late evening. So for our brethren in the snowy weather, icy weather, I think Utah, Colorado, a little bit of New Mexico as well, get some snow. Prepare lots of ice already. Stock up on your, not ice, stock up on salt, salt to salt your roads so that you can be safe this upcoming winter. Next question, since we're talking about freezing temperature, I think I might have mentioned this earlier already. What is the freezing temperature? You can say it in Celsius or in Fahrenheit. So, actually, let's ask it in Fahrenheit. It's very easy in Celsius. What's the freezing temperature, brothers and sisters? Do you know, Sister Ina?
That's kind of tricky question at the Macy, since I haven't been in Utah for a long time, like 8 years already, and I'm missing the cold winter weather there. But of course, not the freezing temperature. I guess it's like 10 degrees Fahrenheit.
We'll see. Like I said, it's easy in Celsius, so don't answer in Celsius. Let's answer in Fahrenheit. Let's see if they still remember what they learned from school. Sister Lisa DeSena said 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, we'll see about that. Let's see here. Brother Kevin says 60. Okay, well, 60 is definitely cold, but let's see if it's quite, if it's quite correct, okay, because 60. Brother Anthony, I think you said below 65 degrees is dangerous. Yes, it mentioned, U.S. Department of Energy mentioned that earlier, below 65 degrees, if you put your house thermostat below 65 degrees, it might freeze the pipe. So that's very good thinking, Brother Anthony. I see what you did there. You're really like thinking about this. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, people were saying that they're glad you're okay, Sister Ina, from your accident. Okay, let's see. Brother June Aguinaldo says 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Sister Lisa is really fighting her answer here, though. 30 degrees is when it starts to snow, but freezing over everything, maybe around 0 to 10 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, let's see, brothers and sisters. You might think that, you know, it should be lower than that, but actually the freezing temperature is 32 degrees.
32. Wow.
So anytime you see it here in Vegas or any other places, when say you're driving in your car and you see 32 degrees, that's already freezing. So be careful, when there's water, there could be somewhere icy already on the road or when you're walking down the street. So yes, 32 degrees Fahrenheit is the freezing temperature. I see what you did there, Brother Anthony. I see your point also, Sister Lisa.
Sister Lisa.
Yeah, scientifically.
Brother June as well.
Yep, 32 degrees is the freezing temperature. Kevin changed his answer to negative 10. Negative 10 would be really, really cold, but
Yeah.
at those moments in Utah.
Yes.
In Utah, I think the lowest temperature I've experienced there is negative 20. Lately, it hasn't been that much. Brother Anthony, what's the lowest temperature there nowadays? Because I feel like I've seen in the most recent years that it had raced up. It's not the same as before. So it'd be nice to know. Okay, thank you so much for participating in this MTS challenge. Let's just talk about a few routines that we can do now for ourselves, for our homes, so that we can prepare for the winter. We talked about this in October already when we talked about fall fashion. That is also transitioning into winter when we wrap ourselves in cozy clothing, make sure that we have warm blankets at home, taking warm baths with Epsom salts, or essential oils help relax our body so that we are ready to face the cold. We're dressing for, fuzzy socks, thermal socks. For our brethren in Utah and Colorado, it's very important to have the thermal underwear, the thermal innerwear. Warm robe for mornings and evenings, basically make sure our skin is covered and the cold air doesn't get into our bones so that we feel comfortable. And of course, cozy activities, right? For our home, we read indoors, we try to bake, the oven kind of also makes the home warm. We journal or we sketch, as much as we want it. Maybe there's less activities that we can do outside, except for our brethren in the mountain regions where they can do some skiing and snowboarding, but still they have to bundle up and keep warm. And caring for our body. We talked about this in the beginning, actually towards late October when we were preparing for flu season. So we learned so many things about making sure that our immune system is strong, we stay hydrated, and we also moisturize our skin. And of course, for our own mindset and our own mental health, we embrace this slow type of living instead of fighting the cold. When it gets really cold and, it's the type of weather to stay inside and maybe drink some hot chocolate, we can treat ourselves to that. Treat winter as a season of rest, reset, and comfort. Those were just some tips prepared for us by our producers. But of course, general preparedness too, when it comes to our daily lifestyle. Number one is for our cars. Okay, fluids and battery. Please make sure that your car's antifreeze, battery, and windshield wiper fluid are replaced. Your worn out wiper blades too. Oh, this is something I've always forgotten when I used to live in Utah. Sister Ina is changing my worn out wiper blades. And when it starts snowing and your wiper blades are broken, that is not good. Because
Yes,
it limits your vision in driving. It makes it very dangerous.
And speaking at the Macy of that winter windshield fluid, if you don't change it into those special fluid for winter, when you want to wipe your or spray your windshield, it's like frozen if they are not specialized for the winter cold weather. So that's something that we need to take care of as well.
Correct. Yeah, that's why I made an emphasis on car safety when preparing for winter. We have Sister Catherine from Salt Lake here sharing. It's really scary, but I developed PTSD after a car accident. Always have extra blankets, water, and snacks just in case. It's not something to treat lightly here when it comes to preparing your car for the winter. It could be an entirely separate topic on its own because of all the things we need to do. But tires are important, especially if you have all-wheel drive cars. Make sure you're using snow tires. Sister Catherine already mentioned it, but it's important to have a winter emergency kit in your car. Last time when we had a fire topic, one of our scan members from West Las Vegas gave us a tip on like preparing your emergency bag, right? But for winter, you have to have that same one too to keep in your car: blankets, flashlight, extra batteries, a first aid
Mm-hmm.
kit,
Yes.
dry and non-perishable food, drinking water, and a first aid kit I already mentioned, but also a small shovel. Sometimes
Yes.
you have to shovel your tires out to get out of the snow, right? This is coming from experience because I've had this happen before where there's a whiteout and nobody can rescue you for the next
Mhm.
12 hours. So you have to be able to survive in that 12 hours that
Yes,
you're.
Ate Macy, I remember when we were living in Utah, I had that, those winter kits, like blankets, snacks, flashlights, everything that I have in my car, and I call my car like my little home because um when you are living in mountains, you drive so far, like 30 minutes going to work and even going to church, it's a little bit far, so we have to have all those types of kits for us to be prepared whenever we get stuck from snow, or if there's blizzards, of course. It takes hours and hours for us to go to wherever we are going.
And speaking of that, traction and tools, we have to make sure we have them in the car. Pack a shovel, sand, or cat litter for traction. Small
Uh-huh.
toolkit and jumper cables. I used to bring some salt too in the car just in case I need to, melt some snow or help my car move out of the parking lot. So those are important things. And of course, in general, we have to stay informed. Always check the weather, brothers and sisters, even
That's true.
here in Nevada. Always check the weather. That's why we started the show with checking the weather from all 5 states of Mountain States, because it's all different weather for us. That way we know how to dress properly, how to wear the right shoes, wear the right amount of layers. Brother Anthony mentioned here he doesn't remember experiencing -20. Okay, like I said, it has gotten warmer. But I definitely experienced -20 in Park City, Utah during my time there. Brother Kevin says, preparing for winter, make sure you have hot tea and coffee. Very important.
Oh, there you go. Yes.
Important there. Let's see here, dress in layers. Um, Sister Catherine mentioned that as well. Here in Nevada, it's perfect during winter. I agree, especially in Arizona. Arizona has the best weather in the winter. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for sharing some great tips. And I hope that these tips also helps you prepare for the upcoming winter. Of course, very important is to keep these types of weather situations and scenarios in our prayers as well. In our daily devotional prayers, we should pray that our Almighty God can keep us safe in all types of weather. And in the end, tackling cold weather is all about creating moments of warmth, both physically and emotionally, with some cozy routines that we can put in our lives, layered comfort, and a calm, intentional atmosphere. Winter becomes less about surviving the chill, right? But more about embracing the season with ease and comfort, and maybe putting a little bit of enjoyment along the way as well.
Mhm.
Yes.
I
So
agree.
yeah, absolutely. Thank you for tuning in with us. Hopefully, this prepares you for the upcoming cold. I think it had already started for the cold days ahead. That you enjoy it with us. Next Saturday, we're still going to be here, same time, same day. Again, I'm going to promote it one more time. Our new time slot, because of daylight saving, is now 3 p.m. on Saturdays Pacific, and then 4 p.m. Mountain Time every Saturday in the Philippines. It remains the same po, Sunday ng umaga, 7 in the morning. Please join us again next Saturday on INCRadio Mt States. Sister Ina, any last minute greetings from our team live chat there?
Yes, Ate Macy, they're all saying thank you so much for the great tips. They are ready now for the winter winter days. And also says Sister Lisa Docena, thank you, sister, for all this valuable information. We love and appreciate IC Radio Mountain States. We love you too, Sister Lisa Docena and the family. Sister Rana, having those emojis. Thank you so much for joining with us.
Children. And
As
of course, We don't forget to thank our dear brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our Executive Minister, for providing this platform for us to connect with the brethren all over the world. Brother Angelo Irano Manalo, our Deputy Executive Minister. Brother Manly Andaya, our Executive Producer. Brother Barrington Thompson, our beloved District Minister. And Brother Oliver Canlas, our Assistant District Minister. Thank you to Kajay Agustin, our CFO Overseer, the District Multimedia Team, and all the avid listeners of INC Radio. That's all the time we have. Thank you for watching and listening to our show. And please continue to tune in to INC Radio DZM 954, changing lives through God's words. Up next is INC Radio Canada. Bye.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, live chat. We love you all. Thank you, Kuya Tag.